are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello everybody, welcome back again to another edition, another Premier League show after the international break. Chelsea make a trip to Leicester City. Yeah, Leicester City, home ground, home soil. And they pick up all 3 points. We're going to look into it. Nicolas Jackson's brilliant performance. And I said a lot of people owe Nicolas Jackson an apology. And also Enzo Fernandez performance also. Did they do enough to convince you that he is supposed to start for Chelsea 11? He's supposed to be in the squad. So I don't know where you guys stand in case of some of these certain players. Also good performance from Badishia. And Jean-Felix also outstanding performance from him. Noni Madueke, Cole Palmer, brilliant performance from all the guys. Marco Corella was my man of the match, but unfortunately, if you don't get the goals, sometimes you barely get the Premier League MVP award. But Marco Corella was my man of the match. But big up to all the guys: Casado, Enzo Fernandez, João Felix, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and our lone striker, Nicolas Jackson. Brilliant. And they keep doing it. They keep doing it. Didier Drogba, he's encouraging Nicolas Jackson to keep doing what he's doing. He's going to get better. Whilst you see, what's his name again? John Obi Mikel on his podcast.
John Obi McFraud.
Yeah, abuse and criticizing young talented player who are trying to understand the culture and understand the new manager's style of play. And I don't like John Obi Mikel. So many reasons. He's not a good footballer to me. If John Obi, I'll say Jorginho is even way better than John Obi Mikel. So I don't even want to talk about John Obi Mikel. When his days when I was watching Chelsea, I never liked him because he's a negative player. Always saying the ball back. We want progressive players that doesn't care. They can go for the killer passes. John Obi Mikel is not one of them. His whole entire 7 years or 8 years that he spent at Chelsea, how many goals did he score? He didn't score more than 2 goals for Chelsea. Not more than 2 goals. but he's here, criticizing and abusing Nicolas Jackson for his second season at Chelsea Football Club. Anyway, we're back again. We're going to look into it. We're going to review the nitty-gritty of whatever took place in the game between Chelsea and Leicester City game. I think the home ground is Selhurst Park, right? Is it Selhurst Park?
Who's again? No, Palace is Selhurst.
Leicester City. Forgot again.
Shite.
I said it. Was it Friday or Thursday? King Power, yeah, King Power Stadium. King Power Stadium. But anyway, we will be reviewing. We'll be taking it. You can hear a voice in the background, right? Yeah, Stephen G, the man himself, is right there, pushing gears from first to second. When I refuse to push it, he'll push it for me. So, guys, don't forget also, if your first time joining us here, do not forget to like the stream, subscribe. You just have to do this, and then smash the like button. Do that, and then we get everything going. And also, if you're returning to this stream again, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching this live on X, we're on every platform. You can join us here on YouTube and be part of our community. Or if you're on X, don't forget to follow us on X too. We're going to get things going. Stay in there. Do not go in with Blueclouds Media. It's live, and we'll be here for an hour and a half minutes with my brother Stephen G, reviewing what took place on Saturday between Chelsea and Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. We'll be right back. Hey yo, Stephen G is in the building. Hey yo, what's up, Stephen?
You alright, bro?
Man, I'm buzzing, man. Chelsea found themselves third place in the Premier League, 1 point behind, Premier League trash holders, Manchester City. So I'm fine. I'm doing good. It's just like what we've planned. What our agenda, our plan and aspiration is going on as planned, Stephen. Leicester City. What we've planned, where we expect Chelsea to be, fighting for top 4 at the end of the season. It looks like things are going on plan.
I mean, certainly looks that way in the early stages, that's for sure. Let's hope that we can maintain it. The positive thing to all this is the run of games that Chelsea have got coming up, and we've touched on that before. Just bear with me, because I was just creating a new worksheet for this, so that if we ever wanted to do almost like a predictions thing of how many wins we'd get, I can use that one instead of the other one.
You can go through it, and then we can review the game itself. I
was just quickly doing that, and I was on the last part of it. That was all. But yeah, I mean, you look at the run that Chelsea have got coming up. You've got Aston Villa at home, Southampton away, Tottenham away, Brentford at home, Everton away, Fulham at home, Ipswich away. So by that point, we've played all 3 newly promoted teams, and we would have played all 3 newly promoted teams away from home in the first half of the season. Chelsea then have Crystal Palace for the second time this season, because this is where it starts to repeat now. You're in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace away, Bournemouth at the Bridge, Wolves at the Bridge, Man City at the Etihad, West Ham at the Bridge. It's, for the most part, a run that Chelsea should be comfortable with, and that Chelsea should win.
I'll say with all these teams that you just mentioned, majority of these teams, Chelsea have high possibility. You could say now that any team that Chelsea play that's is in the middle of the table, Chelsea should be able to beat them. Chelsea problem has been the bigger team. And I'll say Man United is still a bigger team. They still have that history with them, so Chelsea struggle to beat Man United. But besides that, Etihad, now what is it turning? Etihad is turning into something else where Tottenham Hotspur can even go there and pick up all 3 points and beat them 4. Tottenham Hotspur beat Man City 4, but maybe by the time we play them, Rodri could be returning. It could be a different.
He's out for the season. He's out for the season.
For the whole season.
Yeah, or very, very late into the season he'll return. It's either completely out for the season, which is what I think will happen, or he'll somehow find a way to get fit just in time for the last couple of games.
And the good thing is we play City early in the season, so we get to play them right after the second half of the league. We get to play City, and that makes it a little bit easy for Chelsea. One way or the other, I'm not so sure of the status of Doku, Jack Grealish also. So lots of Man City players are on the injury list. I don't know what's going on and how Pep Guardiola is handling that. But anyway, Steven, let's look at the big game. King Power Stadium. Chelsea went in there. We know that it's definitely going to be a must win for Chelsea. Where Leicester City are with Steve Cooper, he hasn't been well for Leicester City. And I was reading something yesterday that Steve Cooper was not the main preferred person to take over the Leicester City job. It was supposed to be Graham Potter, but Potter told them that he wasn't ready. They need to give him time, so they put Steve Cooper in there, thinking that he could do the job. But is it time for Potter to get in and do the job? Steve Cooper has been fired yesterday.
Do you think that Potter was maybe hoping to get a chance at either Man United or England? Do you think that's why he rejected?
I think so.
That's what I think. And now both those jobs are gone, so maybe he's now more inclined to get back into club football and just look, realistically, if he goes to Leicester and does a good job, then instantly, if he does a good enough job, he's back in the window for certain clubs and stuff like that. Because, Steve Cooper came in over the summer, obviously replacing Enzo Maresca, the now Chelsea manager, the manager that got him sacked. With that result, it was the final nail in the coffin. 12 games into the season, he sacked. Only manager for 12 Premier League games. I saw a stat. It was something like he's won, I think it was 14 or 15 Premier League matches, Steve Cooper, at 4 grounds, and 10 of those were at Nottingham Forest, like Nottingham Forest's home ground. He won one at Stamford Bridge. I can't remember the other ones. If I find it again, I'll send it to you. But
okay.
No. But yeah.
But how would you rate the performance of not Steve Cooper as a Leicester City manager, but Steve Cooper himself as a manager? Would you say that this is one of the reasons that diminish the pedigree of English coaches and that affect them in terms of the managing the national team because of some of these issues as an English manager?
I feel that's kind of harsh, to be honest, because you look at him, then you can counter it with saying, well, look what Eddie Howe's done in his career. He's got Bournemouth from, I think he was Bournemouth manager from League 2 up into the Premier League. Then he went to Newcastle. He's getting Newcastle back into Europe. And realistically, he is a good manager, Eddie Howe. And I don't think Potter's a bad manager. I think, as you'll see on that podcast I sent to you, I think he explains it a similar way that I feel like we've explained it at times and we've discussed whether on stream or off stream, where he came into a difficult situation. It was new ownership. There was a lot of changes in terms of the playing stuff, aka the players, and obviously the medical department and the scouting department and all this. And there was so much change going on. And he explains it. He says, look, if you're going to do that, you're going to have collateral damage. You're going to have problems. And then in January, you go get another 5, 6, 7 players, and then you got to restart that all over again. That's from like the opening couple of minutes clip of a preview of that podcast. But
yeah, where he also
is he also went bad manager? I think I wanted him to go because it was hurting Chelsea. Yeah. But not because I think he's a bad manager. I think Potter's a good manager, and I think if he has the right environment and the right players and stuff, and he can get the investment that he needs, he can be very good. I just think the timing wasn't there for him for a big job. The timing wasn't there for him to get the job at Chelsea, especially when it comes to the fact that there was so much change going on. I think Potter should take the Leicester job. I mean, he got offered it. He rejected it. You didn't get the Man United job. You didn't get the England job. Get back into management. Show people that you can do a job. Save Leicester from a potential relegation fight. And then who knows what happens down the line. Maybe a few years down the line, if you stay with Leicester and you keep them up like you did with Brighton for so many years, you might get that call to a big club when they're replacing their manager. And then you get that opportunity again to prove yourself and potentially down the line get the shouts of bring him in for England again. Because he's had that call for a long time.
I mean, taking a job of that magnitude, Leicester City job, and where they are in the Premier League, do you think that Potter needs some assurance, the guarantee that, okay, no matter how bad things are going to go, even at the end of the season?
Based on results or based on he's going to get some investment?
He's going to get some investment because results it's not going to be that easy. But he can improve players, just like he said. But he needs some investment, especially in the January transfer window, to bring in some few players. Because what they have on the pitch and what I saw, I don't know how Graham Potter can really develop these players. It looks like they're very, very low in confidence. Is it a confidence issue? If confidence is a problem, we saw the same thing with Chelsea. That, you know, he has great players on the pitch. He has players on the pitch. He's trying to improve them. But still, the confidence wasn't there. And it's the manager. The manager is the one that is supposed to impose those confidence in the players. And it wasn't there.
I mean, this is prime example, right? I kind of feel sorry for Crystal Palace. I mean, we explained the issues with Crystal Palace in one of our streams. It might have been before Chelsea played them or even more recent than that. And the way we explained it was simply they lost a couple of their big players and they just didn't reinvest with quality enough to keep them at minimum to the same standard. So I kind of feel sorry for him because I like Crystal Palace, man. I think Palace have a great atmosphere. I think Oliver Glasner's a good manager. It's a shame that they didn't reinvest that money from the Elise deal, for example, into getting one or maybe two players of a decent standard that can help them. And then realistically, I mean, look at Leicester, bro. Like, not too long ago, Leicester were without a win. Crystal Palace were without a win. Southampton are without a win. Now everyone's got a win. I mean, Ipswich and Palace both got their first win against Tottenham. Go on the Spursy. Have some of that. But, I mean, Ipswich aren't... I don't think Ipswich are bad. I liked what Ipswich done, but that's what's worrying for Leicester is that at the moment, you're only a point above relegation and there are teams around you that have had better investment. A couple of them had better investment. Everton look like they're about to get a takeover, so we'll have to see what happens when they get taken over. They're going to get taken over by the people that run Roma. So we know they've got a background in football. We know roughly what to expect when it comes to them. So I think Everton will become a stable Premier League club again. I'm worried for Leicester. I genuinely am, because I think part of it is they have probably had financial fair play issues. I think they did. I think they got fined and stuff like that. So there's even more alarm bells when you factor in the possible financial fair play issues. So does that then, at the same time as you say, oh, Graham Potter can do something, does that then ring alarm bells and go, I don't really want to be at a club where they potentially have financial fair play issues? Obviously, he can ask them about that if he gets an interview, which I imagine he will, because they did want him. I imagine he can ask about that. He'll get a clear insight on what we do as fans and as people within the media section of things on YouTube and elsewhere and everything like that. So he'll have a better idea if he has an interview and he can ask that. But from the outside looking in, it appears they got financial fair play issues. I believe that's why they had to sell Maddison a couple of years ago. That's why they sold Dewsbury Hall this summer to Chelsea.
For financial fair play.
Huh?
For financial fair play, to make some money.
Yeah, they needed to. But then you look at Ipswich. I don't think Ipswich have done bad business, bro. You look at some of the players they brought in. I mean, the Lap's in, Amari Hutchinson's in. Just quickly on Ipswich and Amari, right? With that, like, part of me's like,
go for it so we can get into it,
right? But at the same time, I'm like, we got 20, 30 million. I'm not going to complain, and he's not going to get minutes over in Kunku, Palmer, and them lot. So I think that was a good buy. And a lot of Ipswich business, it was solid players. I don't think they really overpaid for anyone either. You remember when Forest came in and they just went, chuck all the money, chuck every bit of money you've got. And there was a long time that season, if I remember correctly, where they were fighting relegation. This season, you look where Forest are. They're flying. But this is why I'm worried for Leicester, because you've got a couple of teams like Palace, who if Palace can get a bit of momentum, they'll shoot up the table. Ipswich, I think, done good business. If Ipswich can get it going, I mean, you look at their last two games. Their last two games are a win against Spurs and a draw against Man United. Two big teams.
Yeah.
You expect Man United on a new manager bounce. Granted, it's been an international break, so he's not had many of their players there to have got a result yesterday. So that's two big results for Ipswich that it could help them. They get that confidence. We've gone and got 4 points against big clubs here. We can push on. And that's the dangerous thing for, as I keep mentioning, for Leicester, because we're on Cooper and that situation at the moment. Because if they get momentum going after beating a couple of big teams, that's a team that flies above you and you're one place outside the relegation zone at that point.
Incredible. Guys, so thank you very much. Whoever is joining us right now, I want to say thank you very much for joining us on the show. If you haven't done this, don't forget to like Blueclouds Media and subscribe. Absolutely, we are reviewing the game that took place on Saturday between Chelsea and Leicester City at the King Power Stadium, and there was a victory. Chelsea went there and dominates the game. Dominate possession, play very well. Wonderful performance from the lad, Badishia especially. Marco Correa, Moses Caicedo has been, I would say, second top Chelsea player of the season, if we have to go in that category. I'll say for now, it's very early stages yet, but Cole Palmer emerging to be the top Chelsea top player. Second will be Moses Caicedo.
Best than Palmer second. I'd have it the other way.
You have it the other way?
I've got Caicedo first, Palmer second.
Second, and then I'll say Marco Correa being my third best player of the season so far, depending on how many games we played. Yeah. So there's a lot going on here. We're reviewing it. We're going to look at individual players as we move on. Specific players, individual players. We'll look at the lineup. We're going to look at the lineup that Chelsea paraded for the Leicester City game. And also, I want to know what you guys thought. Did Enzo Fernandez did enough to secure himself a starting 11 as Enzo Maresca's Chelsea? Did he do enough for you? And also, what do you make of Joao Felix's performance yesterday? He had a stand-up performance for Portugal during international break, and he's continuing where he left at the international break into Chelsea's Chelsea's game against Leicester City. So we'll be looking into that. So let me know in the comment section below whatever your thoughts are, what you make of Chelsea's performance. And Enzo Maresca himself, how do you rate him in about 12 games gone? What's your thoughts on Enzo performance? Rate him out of 10 in the comment section below. Let me go through the comment and see what we have here. Big up to man like Makim in the building. Makim, big up to you. I hope you are keeping well. The whole family is doing wonderful as well. He said big up to Nisa. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to you too, my big brother. I hope all is well.
I've got both lineups on the screen for you.
Absolutely. We're going to go through the lineup that Chelsea had against Leicester City. I almost took it off, but Steven. Yeah. I almost took it off here. But... All right, Steven. Looking at this lineup, this is what Chelsea put up against Leicester City. Was he okay?
Is what?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, the only thing I've changed here is I've put it as season stats for like the goals and assists and stuff. That's all I've changed.
okay. So we're looking at Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez, Steven. There were so many talking points of Robert Sanchez. We're going to start from Robert Sanchez. But before that, let's look at the lineup. We saw Fofana playing as a right back at this time in the absence of Reece James and Malo Gusto. So Cowell in the right centre back. We have Badishia coming in. He was outstanding performance. Look out there, you see his rating. Then Marc Cucurella, who's everywhere. Moses Caicedo right in front of the defense. Then we have Noni Madueke on the right hand side with Enzo, yes, Gato, Fernandez up there with Cole Palmer in the middle playing the 10 role. Is it double 10? Are we seeing the double 10 or a 6 in the 10? I don't know if it's a double 10. Then we have Joao Felix on the left hand side. Then the Lone Ranger, Nicolas Jackson. I have a problem with Mr. Sanchez. Again, Sanchez was at talking point. He made some blunders.
Back again, the same conversation every freaking week. Here we go again.
Steven, Sanchez again.
This is exactly what I was saying. Every week, bro. Every week.
How do we deal with this guy? The game was going on well. He was trying to give something away to tie that game up. He was trying to give something away to tie the game. And I say tie the game, do something familiar with the word tie, to draw the game. Yeah. He was trying to do something to draw the game. I was like, Sanchez, wake up, boy. Just wake up. Already, Chelsea are looking in for a goalkeeper. Chelsea are also looking in for a striker, no matter what. Doesn't mean that Chelsea are going to rely on Nicolas Jackson.
They won't make it public, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
We know that they'll definitely be looking at people. Also, I'm going to quickly mention this. I don't know how well it would come up on the screen if I did it on there. So I'm going to do it by my phone.
Okay.
Sanchez had a 61% pass completion rate, 17 accurate passes out of 28, and his long passing was 15% with 2 completed long passes out of 13. Distribution.
That should tell you where we are. If Chelsea really want to win any title, they cannot do it with Sanchez in goal post. No. They cannot do it. A better goalkeeper has to come in. Chelsea have reshuffled the whole squad from the goalkeeping department to the striking department, but the one that they did not do it properly was Robert Sanchez. Chelsea had the gut to go to Brighton Football Club and pick up that third choice. Was it the first choice? Second choice goalkeeper?
Second, I think.
Was second choice goalkeeper. And he being Chelsea. Bro, look, Chelsea, who have had one of the best goalkeepers in the entire Premier League history. A goalkeeper that is rocking shoulders with the likes of Peter Cech and the others. If you when I say Peter Cech, was he Peter Schmeichel? I meant Peter Schmeichel. This is a goalkeeper. When you're talking about Premier League best goalkeepers, Peter Cini, Peter Cech, Peter Schmeichel. Who am I missing out? Maybe you can talk about this guy from NBC Essen. Van der Sar. Yeah, Van der Sar. And this Arsenal goalkeeper who took that. Jens Lehmann. No, another Arsenal goalkeeper. Ponytail goalkeeper who took that free kick from Ronaldinho. I forgot his name. Arsenal,
right?
Yeah.
So I said Sanchez had what, 61% pass completion?
Yeah, you said 61.
From about 28 attempts, yeah?
28 attempts.
Last night, Nice won 2-1 against Strasbourg. Petrovic was in goal. It seems like despite conceding 2 goals, Petrovic overall had a good game. Petrovic attempted 40 passes, 4-0, completed 29, so 2-9 out of 40 completed, yeah? That's 72%. That's a whole 11% higher. He was 50% on his long passes, 11 out of 22.
Steven, I'm going to ask you this question.
I'm not saying it's significantly better, but at the same time, if you're hitting 50% of your long passes and you're attempting long passes 22 times,
Yeah,
that's good.
it's very synonymous. It's very easy to see this. The question is, I know we could not be football. We could not be football boys.
Apparently, we kept Sanchez because his distribution's good.
And then the statistics tells you Petrovic distribution is better than Sanchez, isn't it?
Petrovic
So we are not goalkeeping. We are not goalkeeper or goalkeeping coaches. We're not goalkeeping coaches. But eye test alone can see on the pitch, and we can tell. And not even us, all football fans, commentators, pundits, presenters, hosts, everyone can see on the pitch
he played
that this guy is not good enough.
Up in the Leicester corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro, flipping smash it long. I'm making sure my hand's on screen. I'm doing that. I'm not doing any dodgy gestures that used to happen in war times. I'm doing that to make sure this is clear. Yeah. Kick it long. Hoof it in that situation. Like, you didn't need to make that pass to Caicedo. You can see the man's on him.
It's common sense.
It's all right, mate. Have the ball and get smacked from behind and concede a corner. Genius.
It's common sense, bro. It's just common sense. Common sense, football. Common sense. It's it's not good enough. And I don't blame him. I blame the owners either. Those in charge, bringing in these players, because they said Sanchez.
I mean, one of those was the former Brighton coach, wasn't it? The Brighton goalkeeper coach was one of them, Ben Roberts. The issue we now have is Ben Roberts is Chelsea's head of global goalkeeping. Yeah, that scares me. That really scares me.
Steven, let's move on from Sanchez. What's your thoughts on the back four? Marco Cucurella. And if I have to rate this back four, I'm going for Marco Cucurella to be my best defend. And from there, I'm going to Badiashile, outstanding performance.
Badiashile stepped up. Badiashile stepped up when Chelsea needed him. There was no right back, so Fofana was playing right back. So you needed Badiashile to step in left centre back. He done that. It was one of his best games in a long time. Yeah. And look, he needed that. He's been short on confidence. He's not been performing. He needed that game. And he needed that performance. I'm glad we got it because, look, he's still not someone I'm 100% confident with. Yeah. But at the same time as saying that, if he can get his confidence back and we see more games like this when he is in the starting 11.
It's a microphone. Is it too loud?
Huh?
Steven, is the microphone too loud? I was told my microphone is too loud. I just brought it down a little bit. So, guys, if you can hear me now, let me know if my microphone is too loud. It's all right now?
I think it's all right. Having said that, I do have my volume down at 60, so...
guys, please, if you're watching us, let me know what you make of my microphone. I was told it's a bit too loud, so I have to bring it down. And I think I can tell from here. Yeah, it was already red, so let me bring it down. I can tell from here. It's
you got the thing with like the bar things in it.
Yeah. I think I should be better now. Guys, let me know if I sound okay. If I'm not yelling, let me see. If I'm not yelling, then
it's all right for me. But I did have the volume at 60 for me, so maybe that's why it didn't seem like you're shouting to me. Yeah, on Badiashile, he attempted 103 passes, 103. He attempted. He completed 92. That's 89% of his passes. Okay, Romano, I don't care for that information. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm just looking at Badiashile. Badiashile had 4 interceptions, 2 clearances, 1 block. He apparently didn't attempt any tackles. He won 2 out of 3 of his duels. He won 50% of his ground duels, 1 out of 2, and he won his only aerial duel, 1-for-1.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Guys, if you're watching this live, we are reviewing the game between Chelsea and Leicester. Chelsea and Leicester City that took place on Saturday at the King Power Sports Stadium. That led to the sack of Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper have left the football club, and arguably now there have been two managers who's been linked to that job. Graham Potter, Graham Potter is one of them. Then also, Ray Van Nistelrooy also has been linked to to the job. I'm not so sure within these two managers who's likely to get it. But Graham Potter, I doubt, because he was likely to be the guy in charge of Leicester City this season, 2014-2015 season. But then I think he was looking at other jobs, the Three Lions national team, the English national team, and then the Manchester United job. Manchester United job has been given to Ruben Amorim. Then Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel also gave him the job for the. He's in charge of the Three Lions team. So where does Graham Potter go? Is he gonna go for the Leicester City job? I'm not so sure.
I think he will.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. And also, we are looking at the individual performance from our players. We've talked about Sanchez alone already. So let me know where you guys stand on Robert Sanchez. We're now looking at Fofana, Cowell, Badishia, and Caicedo. The back four that helped Chelsea pick up all 3 points from the King Power Sports Stadium. Stick with that. Stick it.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about Fulham. Fofana playing as a right back. I think he was better against the Leicester City yesterday. The boosts were too much. It's about time that football.
Do you know what I don't get right? They booed Fofana. They cheered Dewsbury Hall. Yeah. For me, if they was going to boo any of them, it should have been Dewsbury Hall. In my opinion, I don't think either of them should have been. Yeah, because in my opinion, neither have done anything wrong. Maybe Dewsbury Hall, but look, the way I look at it, right, is Fofana had his leg snapped in a pre-season friendly. He played the last few games of the season. Then Chelsea came in for him, made an offer. He went to Chelsea because he felt that it was the right move for him. And the fact that he had such a serious injury, he might not get that chance again is probably what his head was thinking. Yeah? So he moved to Chelsea. Yeah? In my opinion, nothing wrong with that. Dewsbury Hall left for less money and whatnot. I don't know exactly why. I'd imagine it's, again, because it's a big club that came in for him and he has ambitions of winning things. I'm not saying that the players at Leicester don't have that ambition, but it's more achievable and attainable at a club like Chelsea than it is with a club like Leicester. So maybe that was his thinking, right? The other thing is maybe he thought, I might not get into the new manager's plans. I know Enzo Maresca might not play because of the strength that Chelsea have, but maybe I can gain an early advantage from knowing the system and his plans from our time at Leicester, right?
Definitely.
To me, as someone, look, I support Chelsea, but I'll always follow my local team. Now, my local team isn't in the top 4 leagues English football, yeah? But if someone comes in from a bigger club, yeah, and this has happened with my local club. I've had people from my local club move to clubs 2 levels above, right? And for me, I'm like, it's a shame. They were a quality player, right? But they want to move on. It's time they move on. They're going to get maybe more opportunities. They're going to get more recognition because they're playing in a higher division. I can't fault that. If a player has ambition and wants to move to a bigger club, yeah, I get it. He played for your club. Yeah, I get it. I really do. Yeah. But there's nothing that either of them have done, mostly talking Fofana because he's the only one of the 2 that got booed. Yeah. That, in my opinion, is worthy of getting booed. Whereas you look at the Kai Havertz situation with Chelsea, yeah, He's moved to Arsenal, which is a rival. That bit's not an issue. I wanted him to go. Then you have the comments he made not too long ago about winning a Champions League at Arsenal and mean more and all this stuff. And he celebrated in the game where they battered us last season in the second half of the season in about March, April, whatever it was. And then he scored an offside goal, celebrated and shushed the Chelsea fans, yeah, and acted like an all-round absolute idiot. That is worthy of getting booed. All that stuff is worthy of getting booed because you've shown zero respect. Yeah,
I think with
Fofana and Dewsbury Hall have done nothing but show respect to Leicester, so I don't get it.
I think with this one I stand on it. I think with Fofana, he left during preseason and didn't give. He did not retain after recovery from injury. But Chelsea helped him recover from injury. But with Dewsbury Hall, the reason why
he played like 10, 12 games at the back end of that season.
Yeah, with Dewsbury Hall is he helped them promotion from the Championship to the Premier League. So yes, they want to help him out. They said, okay, you've done a good job. You stay with us. He will stay with them when they left the Premier League, stayed with them in the Championship, helped them qualify. So they show so much respect. Like
I think I've realized. I think Leicester's Dewsbury Hall's childhood club.
Okay, so there's a big difference over there. He's been there from beginning, childhood, being a Premier League relegated and still with them.
And he's not been disrespectful. But then Fofana's not been disrespectful.
Fofana's not been disrespectful either. But it did with his situation. Things like this will happen. Just like Havertz. No one cares about Havertz because where is he coming from? German Bundesliga. And what has he really done for Chelsea? He scored one goal that secured Chelsea's second Champions League. That's all. That is all he's done. Besides that, nothing else. So with Fofana, I understand the situation, but then we have to move on from the fans have to move on from this kind of situation. It doesn't really help the players. It doesn't help the players perform at all on on the pitch. So it happens. But Steven, okay, we talked about Fofana. We move on to Liverpool and put those two together and then summarize the performance.
Yes, I've already spoken on Badia Show anyway.
And then Liverpool.
But I thought the overall defense was solid.
Yeah, defense was good.
And the thing that's surprising about that is the fact that we, instead of opting to go for Disasi even being in the squad, let alone in the starting 11, I didn't want him there. I'm happy he wasn't because he scares the you-know-what out of me, yeah?
You know what?
But let's say Tosin, yeah? Instead of going Tosin right centre-back, who's a natural right-footed centre-back, and then Colwell staying in his position of left centre-back, we went, Levi, we want you to try playing right centre-back for this, and we want to bring Badiashile in. Now, this to me is important because I say, and it's been said before, I think it was said, I want to say last season maybe, by Colwell, I think it was like him and Badiashile. You see two right-footed centre-backs play together sometimes. Why can't two left-footed centre-backs? The two left-footed centre-backs being Colwell and Badiashile, right? We saw that yesterday. We saw Colwell and Badiashile, two left-footed centre-backs, were able to work together, yeah? We've seen in the past, as I think it was Colwell mentioned in the past, why can't they play together when you can have two right-footed centre-backs that have played together in the past among some of the greats? Yeah. And both of them stepped up and proved that it's possible. I didn't doubt that. I just feel more comfortable having your left centre-back being left-footed and your right centre-back being right-footed. Just makes life a lot easier and a lot less complicated. Right? That's my personal preference. But sometimes you don't have that luxury. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have that. I mean, technically we did. We could have put Tosin in. But he didn't want to do that for whatever reason. And look, I can't fault him. It paid off. It worked. So no complaints from me on that front. Kukurea was what he's been for the majority of the season, which is consistently good. The whole defensive line was solid, and you had two of them technically, if you want to include right centre-back and left centre-back as two separate positions. Technically, you had two players out of position being Colwell and Fofana, both playing on the right side. I think one thing that did help is the fact that Fofana a couple of times has filled in at right back before, so it wasn't completely chucking him in at the deep end. So maybe that helped him slightly in the game. But yeah, that's sort of where I look at that.
All right, big up to you, Steven. Thank you very much, Steven G. Dan, big up to you, Dan. Dan said me and Steven, big up to everyone and the Makeem in there. We're not what Prince threw up here, bro. We're just speaking the fact. I hope you're doing well, Dan. We're doing well. We're reviewing the game against Leicester City, looking at the individual players and their performance. If you look at the colors over here, none of the Chelsea players have anything orange on their head, but only one Ballant. Steve, is it Ballant or Ballant? Ballant, right?
Then
Yeah, only one player with this weird beard with that orange tick on his head. It just looked like the Leicester. He's supposed to be a Leicester City because none of these Leicester City players have that orange tick on their head. It's only Sanchez destroying our team, and we can't win anything with Sanchez in there. I bet you we can't. We're not doing it. But anyway, Dan, big up to Dan. Dan said I need so don't I need an apology now? Wesley Fofana now played his 50th experience since the start of the season,
50th.
and now
Where are you getting
how did he
50th
get
from
50
since
from?
the start of the season?
How did he get 50 from?
Dan,
This
you
guy-
know I'm on the Wesley Fofana like support side of things, yeah? You know this.
Yeah,
But I don't know where you got 50 from this
the
season.
start of the season is now.
He's played 11 games
Now,
this season. He
near
missed one game.
December, man like you and Phantom, that's saying don't even mention this lunatic name over here on this platform. Say he won't he won't play many games. Well, look,
Nee,
the
the
money
other
to
thing
him.
we'll quickly say, yeah, is Fofana has played 11 games, all 11 games being in the Premier League. The only game he missed in the Premier League was because he was suspended for 5 yellow cards. At least one of those was a BS yellow card from the Bournemouth game. I can't remember the other ones, but at least one of them was BS, and therefore that suspension against Liverpool shouldn't have been happening.
Is his done? Are you saying his entire game he's played for Chelsea is 70 games and 50 games? I doubt it's even 50 games. 50 games, or it could be. It could be 50 games. For Chelsea.
He's played 31 for Chelsea.
Yeah, Dan. I don't know, Dan. Dan always come with numbers and figures. Not that. I don't know where you get those numbers from. You still hook up on Wikipedia, isn't it?
Put it this way: if he'd played 50 games for Chelsea, Chelsea would have made a post saying it's his 50th appearance.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
I agree.
or someone
Or
else
200 and 100 or for Fernandez 50th because those are even numbers. If like
it's normally
29.
like 50th start, 50th appearance overall, stuff like that.
He said in all competition 50th.
He hasn't. I've literally got it up on my phone right now.
Dan. It's right there. Performance all games that he has participated.
31 for Chelsea.
Reality.
I'm not sure how clear that is, so I'll show it on here instead. Give me 2 seconds.
Fofana has been there for it's the 4 seasons. 4 seasons, right? Last season, you don't count last season because he did not play any game for Chelsea last season.
Here we go. Nee, how well is this showing for you? On the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that's showing, but I can't see the damage very well. They're not visible.
Give me 2 seconds. Oh, wait, I didn't even need to do that. I could have just done...
Then you made the same mistake again. You said, sorry, wrong number. It was at all competition. Our competition is still not 50, Dan.
Hang on. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to zoom in on this for you.
Dan, our competition is still not 50, Dan. Our competition is still not 50.
Okay, now
the
that's
whole of last season. Yeah, started in 11. Okay. Oh yeah. No. Go back, Steven. Go back.
What?
All right. Yeah, I can see it. You're good. I can see it. Yeah, I think that's what I need to see. Yeah, 31. Move. Yeah, perfect. You got you're spot on. Dan, look at the screen. Senior career for Chelsea in all competition is right there. 31. I don't know where you're getting the 52 from. He's highlighted it. Done. Come on, Dan. You're doing this scrap again, Dan. Dan, come on. All right. Anyway,
Dan, you know me, bro. I'm on the backing Fofana train, but I also have to bring the facts.
Exactly. All right. Big up to all our fans out there watching us live on the X. My man, I don't want to butcher anyone's name, but big up to my brother watching me live from Nairobi, Kenya, and my other brother watching me live from Nigeria. Nigeria, big up to you guys. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook platform as usual. We're here each and every day for you waffling and discussing football. So we are here for you. Do not forget, we are here for you each and every time. We're looking at the individual performance from the Leicester City game. We've talked about Fofana, Liver Co-op, Mr. Mohamed Badishir, and also Alexandra Cucurella, and man like Michael Jackson, aka Trailer. And we'll be talking about Caicedo, according to Steven, he rages or he is on top of his list as Chelsea's top player for
This
now.
season, for me, it's Caicedo, and then it's Palmer after that.
Then I'll go for Mark Cucurella as my second best player. So let me know where you guys stand on it. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Steven? Or you disagree with me?
Out of them two, there's no wrong answer. Let's be honest.
Well, someone else can find someone else for you besides.
Who are they going to say? Cucurella? Is he really been yes, he's been good, but can you really say he's been better than either Palmer or Caicedo?
I don't think so. Because Caicedo is the engine. You go through Caicedo, you score in the goal. And he's been having an outstanding performance. So far. His season has been great. Moise. They call him Moise Caicedo. Moise Caicedo. Steven, let's move to the midfield. Let's rate Cole Palmer, Fernandez, and Moise Caicedo. These three before we look at the wingers. And what's your thoughts on Noni Madueke? But let's look at these three first: Caicedo, Fernandez, and Palmer.
Yeah,
Caicedo was spot on again. Enzo Fernandez, brilliant performance. He was on the score sheet. Palmer also didn't get the lack because of Noni Madueke block his chance of scoring the goal. But yeah, I think the midfield was great. There's not much I can say to the midfield that represented Chelsea against Leicester City. What's your thought?
Yeah, hang on. It's not showing very well because I had to go out of it because I was looking for the image on the foul on Palmer. There we go. Now it's showing properly again. But yeah, I don't think much needs to be said, to be honest. Caicedo done what Caicedo does. He got his yellow card as always, and to be fair, it was for arguing with the official. But look, Caicedo overall, we know what to expect from him. He was, I'd say, probably the fairest way I could put it was he was hated / overly it wasn't even criticized, to be honest, last season. It was let's put it how it is. Last season, Caicedo got a lot of abuse. It weren't even criticism. It was a lot of abuse. Yeah? The player doesn't decide the transfer fee. Then, as the season went on, he got better. This season, he got better. I'd literally just got that ready to switch over to it when we go on to Palmer in a minute.
I took it from you. I just put it in there. But anyway.
All right.
I got it.
I'll close it on my end then.
Yeah.
There we go. Means I've got one less tab running. I've got about 5 open. But yeah, it goes without saying, Caicedo is an absolutely world-class midfielder. Yeah? I think that's obvious. And if there's still people hating on him, then I don't know what type of tinted glasses they're wearing, but bro, they need some help. If they can't see how good of a player Moises Caicedo is, then they're wearing some sort of tinted glasses that are delusional if you don't think he's world-class midfielder and if you think he's not performing. For me, potentially, in terms of his role, yeah, let's be honest, right? Let's this isn't even biased. For the best midfielder in terms of the typically deeper midfielders, it's him or Rice, and I'm going with Caicedo every day of the week. They're the two players that are, for me, the best in their position. And I think you have to go Caicedo ahead of Rice. I wanted Rice at one point, but I also wanted Caicedo when we're in for Caicedo because I know what Caicedo can do. So they're the best two midfielders in the league, in my opinion. In terms of that role, that deeper role, they're the best two. And Caicedo is the best. Right now, he's proven that. Caicedo, literally, in my opinion, Caicedo has stepped up. He's become one of our temporary captains as well, which, in terms of when Reece is injured, you've got Caicedo as one of your captains. You've got Enzo Fernandez as one of your captains as well. And, bro, I love the fight that I see from Caicedo. He backs it up on the pitch with his performances, and then he shows passion and fight for the badge on top of that. There's been multiple times this season where, as a fan, I've been in the ground and I've thought, this is getting quite nervy, yeah?
Okay.
And then you'll see someone put in a tackle or something, and you'll see either Caicedo or one of the other players trying to get the crowd going. And, bro, sometimes that's good to see, right? So long as you're performing, I've got no issue with you trying to get the crowd behind you because you're showing that you want this. You want to be on the pitch. You want to fight for this club. And you just want the fans to help push everyone. Like, say it's like 85th minute. You've been sprinting like mad all game, like Caicedo does or Kante used to do. Get the crowd going a bit, give you that almost like second wind, as they call it, to get you across the line. Sometimes you need that. And the best one for me was, just because we're going to talk about Enzo in a second as well, was when Neto scored that goal against Arsenal, yeah, which obviously was assisted by Enzo. I kid you not, I so wish I got this on video, yeah, but I weren't expecting us to shoot, so I didn't have it out. Enzo is running around like this. He's windmilling his arm and everything. It was brilliant. I like that.
I saw somewhere that Enzo Fernandez ran a distance after scoring a goal. He ran a distance, and a distance that hasn't been covered in a long time after the one.
Oh no! So I know what this is. You're on about the one that I sent to you. It wasn't about after he scored the goal.
It could be.
What they were saying is that after he travelled from Argentina, he arrived on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
He then trained as well, or Wednesday night, Thursday morning, either or. Then he trained Thursday afternoon. So it was Enzo Fernandez scored, assisted, and ran 11.6 kilometers versus Leicester. That's the greatest distance travelled, covered by a Chelsea player in a game this season. Then they continue to say, good commitment from Chelsea vice captain after a week going from Buenos Aires to London to Leicester. That was what it was. I knew what you were referring to, but it was saying
I thought it has to do with his celebration. Yeah. But anyway, Steven, talking about Enzo Fernandez, talking about Moses Caicedo, and the main man in the picture, which is Chelsea's talisman, Chelsea's star boy, Cole Palmer. I wrote a piece the other day. I wrote this on 24th. That was yesterday, and it covers treatment on how defenders are targeting.
Sorry, I missed that. Something piece I got.
I wrote a piece. I wrote a piece on Twitter.
On covering Twitter.
Yeah, covering how Premier League players are being targeted and they're not being protected by the officiating officials, the referees. And I remember back in the days, Jose Mourinho's time and other managers like Jurgen Klopp, they've all tried and put this out there that the best players in the Premier League need to be protected because managers, we know it. Managers talk to players to get players out of the game.
Yeah,
it won't be official
after the Arsenal game, right?
Yeah.
After the Arsenal game, Enzo Maresca was talking to Declan Rice, yeah, and obviously I'm going to use my hand, but obviously he was using his foot. He was talking to Declan Rice, going like this, like saying, "We told them to stamp on your toe," because it's the little dirty tricks that you can sometimes get away with.
Yeah,
these aren't tricks. These are just disgraceful fouls. What they're doing to Palmer in these two images.
Look at the image there. Martinez tackle on Cole Palmer, which was needless.
I mean,
nowhere near the
the
ball.
bad thing is, that Ndidi one
it's
isn't even the worst image of the Ndidi one. The one I sent to you that you had up a minute on the Ndidi one was actually worse than the picture there.
It's still on the screen. Oh, you want me to use the other one?
Oh, you can put both up. But I'm saying, because that one doesn't look as bad. The one that you had on the one with Martinez doesn't look as bad as the one I've sent you. So, yeah, see what I mean? So, there you can see he's literally gone down on his Achilles. Whereas the other image that the media used, it looks like it's just outside of his foot going down. But then the outside of his foot going down leads to this situation here.
I was listening to the commentary, and the commentary was being, I think the commentators, two of them with the backup, but I don't think it was the backup. But yeah,
was it the UK one by any chance?
Andrew Townsend, the Scottish Irish ex Chelsea player, Andrew Townsend. He said this, Andrew Townsend, right?
Yeah.
It's the Ireland, not Scotland. Ireland. Is it Ireland or Scotland?
I can't remember, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, ex-Chelsea player, and he said if referee has given a red card for this Ndidi challenge, and you guys, if you're watching live on the screen, you can tell that Ndidi was nowhere near intersection.
Bro, everyone that was a pundit was saying the same thing.
He was nowhere near the ball.
Do you know what? Do you know what else he does?
Yeah,
he then takes his left foot and kicks Palmer's left foot as well.
That was just great. That was just mean. A player that is frustrated, player that cannot get on the ball and feel, okay, this is the best way I can do it. Look at the stall. First one. So if we don't see Palmer going out for 6 months or 7 months, is due to this kind of tackles. And these are the players that we want to see them play until they are 31 years, 35 years old.
I said it to you.
How can we have these guys playing?
I sent it on your tweet, yeah? The thing that Mourinho said was, if you love football, you love people like Eden Hazard, yeah? And if we don't protect these players, there'll be no more Eden Hazard because the officials need to protect these players. Because he was getting kicked and stamped and everything, every single game, every single week. And the refs would do nothing. And it's what's happening to Palmer now.
Do you remember the Battle of the Bridge? Where
the
players were just...
The ref came out a few years later. I can't remember which ref it was. I think he came out a few years later.
How can you remember the referee? How can't you remember the referee?
I put it out of my mind, because they're all terrible, right.
Yeah? Yeah, 3 referees. Give me 3.
My point is, I'm pretty sure it was him himself that came out a few years later, and he said that it came out that he basically said, or he literally said it, that he didn't send them off because he didn't want them to blame the referee and blame him for why Tottenham basically lost the title fight. That's why he didn't send them off. But they could have had...
I'll give you 3 options.
Leicester could have had 2 red cards on Saturday, yeah? They could have 2 red cards on Saturday, and Spurs in the Battle of the Bridge could have had 3 or 4. Forgetting the fact that if there was VAR, they would have had 3 or 4, because there was also the eye poke on Diego Costa by, I can't remember which Tottenham player. Dembele, that was it. Dembele. He went like that in Costa's eye, but his finger was literally in his eye. And he went holding his eye in that, and no one done anything. There was a stamp on Fabregas's arm as well.
Yep.
And he literally went over to the official, look, and the official went, no. But you've seen it. He's Steven, looked down, gone back.
I'm giving you 3 options. You can mention the referee's name. Dan, welcome back to the stream, Dan. But Steven, I'll give you 3 options.
It wasn't Taylor.
It wasn't Taylor. You got 2 more to go. You can get it. He's in between those 2.
It wasn't Webb.
It wasn't Webb. Do you like olives?
Oh, don't tell me it was that donkey.
Yeah, Michael Oliver.
I'm not surprised.
It was Michael Oliver in charge of that battle. He told you, if you do it again, I'll give you a card. You remember? He said, if you do it again, if you bring him down again, he really said it loud. If you bring him down again, I'll give you a card. And he went for it.
Bro, they wiped out Eden Hazard with the scissor challenge. You went, that's all right, mate. Carry on.
I have a very bad memory in terms of watching games on TV and trying to remember each and everything. I have a very bad memory. I don't lose memory.
That game, outside of who the ref was,
I don't lose memory when I go to events.
That's a lasting memory. That game is a lasting memory. I remember where I was, who I was with, watching that game. The same way I remember every European Cup that Chelsea won that I've seen in my lifetime, where we were. Almost every title or trophy of any kind, I remember almost any individual one where I was at that time. The same way I remember the Battle of the Bridge.
That's what I'm saying. If you are at the event, to be honest with you, the memory.
Same way I remember the disgrace game with Drogba saying it's a disgrace.
It's disgrace. When it's a disgrace, it's a disgrace.
There's just so many occasions where you always remember as a football fan where you was that day. I remember the Battle of the Bridge. I was at my house watching it with my mate who's a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't want them to win the league. I didn't. We turned it off because it was 2-0 Spurs. Then we put it on like radio Talk Sport and heard that Hazard was on. Heard it was 2-1. We chucked it on, saw 2-2, and we just went mad. And then I think we had school like a couple of days later or the next day. And I just went round winding up all the Tottenham fans.
Danny boy, welcome back to your show, Danny. What you got for us, Mr. Danny? How's the family going, Mr. Danny, man? Danny. Guys, don't forget, Danny's in the building. Danny's in the building, so just do this few things for me.
Subscribe.
I've been listening.
Smash the like button.
So, what has been said so far?
What? Who? Steve?
Well, you're talking about the N Diddy.
We discussing the whole. We're reviewing the game between Chelsea and Leicester City and looking at the individual standout players. And the players were all good. They were all great. Besides Robert Sanchez, who's always having bad game. You know, always. I'll say probably all the games we've played so far, maybe 2 games that he's been exceptional. But besides that, any of these games, he's always committing fouls or unnecessary, giving balls away.
Yeah, but
what's your take on the game?
The situation in the Leicester game, the first half was we played outstanding football. Yeah, we could all say that the Ndidi Cole Palmer, that's clearly a red card.
Absolutely.
Unless you're in the VAR hub.
Yep. Well, the thing is you could tell it's clearly a red card, Stephen. But then also the second half, we was poor with the mentality, because you could talk about Sanchez's performance. I think he did well, but the penalty that they should have had the first one when they subbed that Leicester winger, Mifidi, whatever his name is.
Mavidi.
Yeah, Madidi.
Indeedy.
Yeah.
No, Mavidi.
Mafidi.
The winger. Stefan Mavidi, or whatever it is.
What did he do?
The guy who came on and jumped into the challenge on Fofana and wanted a penalty.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That should have been clearly a penalty.
That wasn't a penalty. He initiated the contact. Steve,
it was a penalty.
He initiated.
Hang on a minute, Steve. Hang on a minute. I'll give you why it was a penalty.
Let him
because the thing with the first half, because if Ndidi with that challenge should have got sent off, that's why they didn't give the penalty, because they made 2 mistakes in the first half of Ndidi by Cole Palmer. That should be clearly, because Joe Cole was talking about after the game. Yeah, and so was Sky Sports. That ref who retired and all. Yeah, on Sky Sports, they were talking about. What was his bloody name?
Absolute donkey, Baldy again.
Yeah, but he was saying because the VAR never gave the Leicester the penalty because they made the mistake by Ndidi should be getting sent off. But also the thing with Ndidi, that chance where he could have scored that goal, how he missed that chance from inside the box where he skied it wide.
He done the same thing Caicedo done in the first half.
Yeah. So basically,
Actually,
that's why they didn't concede that penalty. If you go, is this a video, Nee?
No, it's not a video.
No.
It's a
Is
picture.
this a screenshot? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a screenshot. Yeah.
Oh, good. Because if it was a video, then
Yeah,
right.
these things are
That's
are
why
like what?
the video.
Yeah, yes. I mean, EPL videos are like white powder on YouTube.
Like white powder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
very strong.
But the thing is, the first half we should have been 2-0 up with Noni Madueke's goal. That was it's a shame it was offside. But the second half, it was poor. But at the end of it, once again, can't keep a clean sheet by Lavia taking out the Leicester player to get another penalty. We're lucky we didn't. We're lucky that the penalty what they should have had the first one, they got away from that, because if they got that penalty, we would never know that Leicester could have came and drew this game by 2-2 at the end of the game.
Dan, Fofana didn't initiate that contact.
Watch it again. He did.
Bro, I've seen it.
It was his
Fofana's
knee.
stopping himself from running. Yeah.
Pick up two
And the
Tyrone.
guy jumps into the challenge.
Now,
That's
Nick,
why it wasn't given.
what?
The guy on Sky
Go
hates
watch
us anyway,
it again,
that
because all the
former
Sky
ref.
Sports, ESPN said that should have been a penalty. There was contact.
Yes, and we know how the media feel about Chelsea. There was contact. Yes, there was contact. But who initiated it is the question, and it was him. It weren't Fofana. Bro, this is how dumb people are. Yeah, not you. The commentators went, oh, Mavidi's running and Fofana just stops. What do you want him to do? Run off the pitch?
Yeah.
Like, bro, how dumb is that for commentary? He just stops.
But
Okay, so he'll run off the pitch, yeah? And then they'll just get an easy chance because he can't stop, apparently.
yeah, but but in the old football tactics, back in its old day, that would have been the penalty. This
they're all
because of this VAR nonsense now, it's ridiculous. Like, look at the one where we was on side where we scored that goal and they cleared it offside because of the little touch of the hand. Because the hand was offside when Noni Madueke scored that goal. They've done that offside by the tip of his hand.
You know, if we draw or lost that, 95% of it is on Noni Madueke, right?
Well, yeah, I agree.
Bro, Jackson puts a great ball
like,
in and he messes up the finish. And then he blocks Cole Palmer's shot.
Yeah.
Right
You can't blame that. That was a.
Yes, I can.
You can't. No, Steve, you can't. He did.
Bro, if you're jumping, bro, he's jumping. Yeah, why has he got one leg still dangling, bro? I've seen players jump in the spot, both legs up. Easy.
Cole Palmer. If you see Cole Palmer, instead of actually tapping it onto the floor, that
Dan,
because
he hits it on the floor,
he hit
look
it
at
a bit
it
hard.
again, yeah? If he hits it on the floor, they're clearing that off the line. There are players there to clear it off the line.
Look, let me come in and say a bit on this. None of them. Cole Palmer didn't know Madueke's leg was there. Now, Madueke was also jumping away from Cole Palmer's strike, but he ended up being in that way, jumping towards where Cole Palmer was. You can see he was moving the right-hand side of where Palmer was. So it was unfortunate. But the smile on their face, the commentator was like, you don't want to smile on this because this can come back and hurt you. And but let's put that aside. Noni Madueke had a clear chance to make a pull out for someone to score, and he just blasted the ball.
The situation, we could moan and bitch about Noni Madueke, but we know Enzo Maresca has favourites on the pitch.
I mean, the only reason Madueke is still playing, bro.
But Steve, we can't.
Sancho weren't fit to start, and Neto wasn't able to play.
Let him land. Let him land. Then you can come in. Okay, let him land real quick.
Yeah. Let me land, please, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Dan.
What I'm trying to say, Steve, is right. We know Enzo Maresca has the team favourite lineup in that team, but if if Neto wasn't injured, Felix would not got a game against Leicester. Noni Madueke is Enzo's criteria favourite. He's like what he did with Leicester. That's why that he brought Kieran Dewsbury Hall into Chelsea. But the guy don't get chance because he ain't better misfit than the other midfielders like Lavia, like the Caicedo, like the Enzo, like Cole Palmer. That's why he can't get first team football. But the situation with Noni Madueke is Enzo's criteria or style of him, like it, because the way he see him, what he did for England international, how good he was playing in international, that's why he always picks Noni Madueke. And Modric's not a misfit. Like the guy, yes, he scored in the European, but he ain't shown his like this the qualities in the last past since he's been with us. So any day, Noni Madueke is going to be first picked. It goes with like Sanchez. Like Robert Sanchez, we could all moan about Robert Sanchez, all the crap he does because he is terrible. Enzo Maresca knows that, but he crosses Sanchez more than the goalkeepers we got there because sometimes when Sanchez, you've seen him in games, he's turned up good, like brilliant saves in good games. But yesterday, he was so frustrating to watch, but he's still, the thing in the day, can't blame him not for keeping a clean sheet because of the Lavia's stupid decision on that penalty in the last minute of the game. The thing is, I'm not slating. I'm glad we got the 3 points. But the first half seems to be good, but in the second half, we seem to slack. And I want to see Nkunku to do more. Because lately, I'm getting really frustrated with Nkunku coming on the pitch, and he's so lazy in his ways. Ow! Yeah, sorry about this. My kids are in it.
All right, tell Dan you can deal with that. We're here. We're not going anywhere. But Dan make the statement. He said that Joao Felix was not going to start against the Leicester City, and that's where I say that Dan, you're wrong, or you could be wrong because we all knew Felix was going to get a game time because of his standout performance.
To be fair, the only reason that Madueke and Felix started,
was the performance in the international break.
No, because Neto wasn't available for one. And Sancho wasn't available to start.
Thank you.
But you didn't think it was...
That's the only reason.
You don't
if Sancho was available fit to start and not just available for the bench,
he would have started.
Sancho would have probably almost definitely started on the left. Neto, I'd imagine, would have started on the right. But Neto got a knock in the international break, which he hasn't overcome, which is why he went in the squad. But if they were both fit, you'd imagine that it'd be them and Palmer as your three behind Jackson.
Yeah, fact. And this one,
that's the only reason Madueke's been playing, because you had to play Neto on the left, even though Maresca said he's on the right because he's not ready to start Mudryk there. Yeah. Just let Mudryk cook in the Conference League so people think that they can pay big money for him. Fine by me. I want Mudryk to do well. I want every Chelsea player to do well. Yeah. But the reality is, the better players to start, whilst Sancho was unavailable, were Madueke and Neto, and not Mudryk.
That's what I'm saying, Steve. Because you've got to understand, Joao Felix would not have started that game at all if Neto was injured. If Neto weren't injured, and if Sancho was fully fit, it wouldn't have got.
I still disagree with you. How could you disagree with me, Neve? Because
look at the performance of Felix. Hang on. How could you disagree? Last week before international break, why is it that since this season we haven't really seen Joao Felix starting, and that got picked in the Premier League, only the European Cup? So what makes you think he would have got if Neto was fully fit? And he didn't pick up an injury from international, or Sancho was slightly injured and he was fully fit. Where you think Joao Felix would have got the starting in this game?
Can I come in because you asked a question?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying now. I just want to know.
the reason why I said that is because he has a very good international break with Portugal, and he scored a goal. So during press conference, he was being asked a question on how he's thinking of giving Joao Felix minute because of his standout performance during international break.
I mean, it
And
makes sense.
if I
why
look
he
at,
said it.
yeah, and
No,
if you
but I'll explain why in a minute.
okay, and I feel like even Noni Madueke shouldn't have played many of our games, but he still get game time, doesn't he? He still get game time, although we have Pedro Neto and fully fit. He still get game time, and I feel like if Noni Madueke, if Pedro was fit, either Joao Felix could move into that position, whether he fancy playing there or not, they will force him to go and play in that position, and he'll get game time because they're trying to reward him with his performance with Portugal. The same thing with Noni Madueke. And Madueke don't deserve to be playing for Chelsea now after a game against Wolves in early in the season. After the hat trick, he hasn't done nothing.
I totally agree. I totally disagree on you on this one. Nick.
How do you disagree?
I
You know
disagree
the
on
thing
you.
you're saying about the internationals, yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, no, that wasn't what I was going to say. So he weren't picked because of internationals. Maresca said the only one definitely out was Reece James, right? He then said that he's considering using Palmer and Felix in like the half spaces and that, right? He knew at that point that although he couldn't officially rule out Pedro Neto, it was highly unlikely that he would play, that he was a doubt. And if I'd seen the conference, I would have probably picked up on it, right? But in hindsight, we should have gone, okay, he's got to probably do it this weekend. Someone's not available. He weren't rewarding him because of international break.
Facts, Steve. Facts. And that's what I'm saying. Because the thing is, if Neto...
He was good in international break previous, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And then the thing with Jackson, yeah, he was good in the first half, but the second half, we need a proper striker that is going to not just bang one goal. We need like someone who could bang two. But with Felix, don't get me wrong, Felix had a good game this day, but it was nothing to do with the international break need because he had a good start in the Portugal League and he scored a goal. But it's because Enzo Maresca had no chance playing him there because with Neto being out of the injury from international and Sancho weren't fully fit. Because we all know that Jordan Sancho would have been probably been out of Neto or Sancho, Cole Palmer,
It would have been Palmer, Neto, and Sancho.
Yeah.
Because he said in the past that Neto is his right wing option with Madueke.
Yeah.
The issue we had is I think, doesn't fully trust Mudryk to start Premier League games. I think he trusts Mudryk. I just don't think he trusts him for the Premier League games to start them at this time. Whether he will eventually, I do not know. I'm not Maresca. I don't know what his thoughts are on that. But that seems to be what the case is, and that's why he was playing Madueke and Neto with Neto on the left instead of one or the other with Mudryk.
The thing is, Steve, he's picked. We understand. Everyone's not going to like it. He's actually picked his full 11 for the Premier League, and for the European Cup, he's picked for that team. So you'll see more Joe Felix.
I mean, there will be some changes here and there.
So you'll see Joe Felix more playing in the UEFA European than. When are you
gonna make this? Done, man. You know what, guys? Big up to everyone in there watching this live. We got 77 of you watching live on X, and 6 of our beautiful people watching live on YouTube. YouTube is a very, very hard platform trying to grow.
Yeah, sorry about this, guys.
Yes, a very difficult platform when you're trying to grow. YouTube is very difficult. But yeah, we got 77.
How many did you say live on Twitter?
77 on X.
Well, if you're on Twitter and you ain't subscribed on YouTube, come over to YouTube and subscribe there and turn the bell notification
on. If you're watching this live on Twitter and you haven't subscribed, it's that easy. Just click on it. The link is right there.
Just go over to YouTube. One click of the button to subscribe, one click of the button to turn bell notifications on.
Yeah, you can also find the link, YouTube link, right on my.
It'll take you 15 seconds tops, 15 seconds max.
Yeah, facts.
Okay. Let me talk about my brother here. Makim. I know Makim is where'd he go? Makim is gone. All right, Makim was here with us in a second. But anyway, Chelsea section. Tyrone, my brother here, is in the studio with us. Not in the studio, but yeah. Let me acknowledge him. Let me do something for him real quick. My brother here will be going live, guys. He has specified in certain areas. He does statistic, tactical analysis. If you want to know much about it, his program, his show will be the best place you have to go to. I'm just making this for him because he's a brother and he respects us so much, and I respect him so much as a Chelsea brother. He's a content creator, just small content creator, just like me myself. But then, if you're there, Tyrone, the three names is right. If you like the three dots right in the comment section, we'll take you straight to his platform. Try, I mean, try it. Subscribe to him. Click on and see what it's all about. That's if you don't get to know him, you wouldn't get to know what this content is all about. And he analyzes specific players, their strengths and their weaknesses. You want to know all this. The Robert Sanchez, the Philip Jorgensen, the Estavio Williams, that's what he does. He look at the player weakness, his strength, and his ability, and why Chelsea need to bring this player to the football club. That's what he does. He does it clearly for you to understand. And that's what the area of his expertise. That's what he does. So click on the three dots. It will take you straight to his channel. Subscribe, be part of this. So show him some love. If you're a Chelsea fan and you love the Chelsea's content creators, it's not easy to be a content creator. I'm telling not everyone. No, I'm one of them. But then there are others out there who are making 30, 80, 50K and 200K and the rest. We are not one of them. But doesn't mean I'm not one of those content creators. We can be there, but it's not easy. So if you see your small channels growing, we need to support them. That's what I'm here to do. No one will support me, but I'll support others. I have brothers that will support me. But the bigger ones, we're talking about the 1 million and 500,000, 500K people, they won't. They won't. But then we have our own brothers that support. Chelsea Perspective, Blue Lounge, Chelsea sections, those ones who support us. And our brothers that tune in each and every day, like the McKims, the Steven G's, and the Dans and the rest. These are our brothers that support and back us when we come to the show. But yeah, it's not easy. Thank you very much, everyone that have subscribed to it. I know that you guys are supporting. He upload videos once in a while. He does at least one or two in a week or once a week. You get content from him. Big up to my brother Tyrone and Chelsea Section YouTube channel.
Yeah, big up Tyrone.
Move on. Done. I think we lost Makim again. I have Makim in the studio.
We always lose him. He's got Lidl's internet.
Yeah, he's got connection problem. He's back.
Yeah, using McDonald's Wi-Fi.
You're looking for trouble. All right, I'm gonna let him come in since I might lose him again.
McDonald's is Lidl's.
let him defend himself. Makim, I was told you have a McDonald's Wi-Fi. Is that what you have?
Yo, big up, everybody, yeah?
Big up, Makim.
Big up, bro.
You know this, Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makim,
man.
how do you defend yourself? They say you have a McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh, swear down. Swear. Who said that? Dan, innit?
Yeah.
Or Lidl's.
Oh man, nice. Audi now, innit? I'll see you there. I'll see you at Audi next time.
What's that?
Makim, you guys have Audi? You guys have Audi?
Now we do.
Now you do?
Yeah, we've always had Audi.
Like
We've always had Audi.
Family, like a grocery store, right?
Yeah. We've always had Audi.
Oh, Makim said now we.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't. But not. Now we do. But you know how it is, man.
Because Audis have been in America for ages. Been here for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm
just coming for one question.
For a long time.
Yeah, let Makim go.
Yeah, one question. Yeah, for everybody. I want to know. Yeah, where does this this lack of acceptance of João Felix? Yeah, where has it started? When did this brew over to us? I understand he's had the problem with Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone. But then why are we backpedaling and why are we jumping on that bandwagon and not actually accepting one of the most like accomplished player at that position? Because most of our players are not accomplished in their specific position. But João Felix, at his position, he's one of the world's best. So I want to know, yeah, why are we giving him a hard time to settle into the team? Do you get what I'm saying? I want to know, because it's not
I
like the
know what you're
skill is
saying.
not there. It's not like the
I hear what you're
talent's
saying.
not there. He's one of the best 10s in the world. So it's like, I don't know why we're slagging the man off like this. I don't understand it.
Well, we
Even
haven't been slagging
Portugal,
him-
I
we haven't been
don't get
slagging-
it.
Okay, we haven't been slagging him off. It's
But
the
you have
thing-
been doing that. You've been doing that.
No,
all
I
year.
haven't slagged him off. I'm just saying that the thing.
No,
look,
you're
King,
just saying. Well, if you're slagging
it's-
someone, don't you say?
likes to listen that thinks we slagged Felix off. No, all right, McKing. Do you think Joel Felix against Leicester this season? If
He asked a question. You haven't answered.
I'm
You're
asking
asking
the
another
question.
question. You're answering his question with a question.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
no. I'm gonna say, Lee. Right. No one's not slagging Joel Felix off, but I want to ask McKean. The situation is, McKean, if Pedro Neto did not pick up an injury, or Sancho.
No, he's not talking about yesterday and Saturday's game. He's talking about why is João Felix down the pecking order. Even let's
I
say
don't know. Ask Enzo
Modric is
Maresca
even
then.
ahead of João Felix.
Ask
Modric,
Enzo Maresca. I don't know. But the thing is,
that's his question.
yeah, I'm gonna ask you. I'm asking the question. I don't know. You've got to ask Enzo Maresca, because the thing is, with Joel Felix, we all know. Malcolm should know that he's got his full 11 on the Premier League.
Hold on. Let's get this straight again. What's his name again?
Joel Felix.
No, the one that asked you the question. The mister that asked you the question.
McKean.
Okay.
That's what I said, McKean. I didn't say Malcolm. I said
Yeah,
McKean.
but the question goes for Stephen too. You know, it's not just for you, Dan. It's not just for you.
But McKean, what I'm trying to say is, with Joel Felix, if he was such a good talent, we don't know why he ain't getting picked in the first team. So who would he get replaced? Because Neto's good, Palmer's been outstanding and better than Joel Felix, and so it's Noni Madueke. So we all know Enzo Maresca has his full 11 in the Premier League. It's the same team every single week. But if one of the players get injured, you always see Joel Felix, or you always, you always see Joel Felix and then Nkunku on the bench. You can't tell me Nkunku's Noni Madueke is better than Nkunku. You can't tell me.
This is what I think. I think that Enzo Maresca want more direct players. And Stephen, let me know if you have you want to jump in and answer McCain's question. I feel like Enzo Maresca want more of a direct player in that position, and João Felix is not more direct because what's his name? Jadon Sancho he plays the same way as João Felix. But if you're looking for players that will help Cole Palmer in the center, I feel like João Felix would be our best player in that position. But look at the pass that he gave to Jackson. I forgot the minute. The pass that he gave to Jackson, and then Jackson tried to score, and goalkeeper, I think he nicked it out. And then one of the players, I think that Noni Madueke scored, and it was ruled offside. I'm not so sure if that was it. But one of them. I think the one that I think it has to do with the one that was being blocked by Noni Madueke. One of them. But yeah, I think that João Felix can play in that position, in my opinion. I don't know what Stephen wants. Stephen, what about you?
No, the thing is, Nick, right? You've got to understand the stats and there's like GNA. The GNA in Joel Felix, when he was at Atletico Madrid, right? He on the spell with Diego Simeone, they're literally falling out. After he went on loan to us, he played that season a bit okay. But then we went to Barcelona and he was outstanding for Barcelona. And then sudden, Barcelona didn't want him because they probably couldn't afford his wages like when they can't with Frankie de Jong because they're so much in debt. But we guys decided to get Joe Felix back. But there's a reason why. Why? Because yesterday Joe Felix was out. You can see his performance is outstanding yesterday. Yeah, with his skills, and he's better than Noni Madueke. He's better than Modric. But why is not Enzo picking like Joel Felix in that starting 11 every week? And that's the thing with Pedro Neto who's coming. We've got so many wingers, right? Are trying to push first team football, and we could tell that Joel Felix is probably better than Noni Madueke. Joel Felix is better than Modric, clearly chance. But Noni Madueke, for the performance he's been doing in the Premier League and in an international, it's been outstanding. Yes, he might not have scored a lot of goals yet, but Enzo's got the
Dan, if you say better than Noni Madueke, in which way? The only thing I can say, Felix to be better than Madueke is physicality.
Let me finish.
Madueke is more physical than Joao Felix and more direct.
No,
Felix is not more direct.
No, it's not. Joao Felix, yeah, it's got more skillful and dribbling.
He's a technical player. He's a technical player.
Cool, yeah. He could score goals when he's in the chance of finishing them, when he's in the box. Noni Madueke can't do that sometimes. He'll cut through and he'll try to score, and sometimes he'll try to be good and out lose it, or sometimes 50-50 he'll get a goal. But with Joao Felix, you've seen him what he could do. He'll dribble the players and get the ball, and sometimes he could get a goal from that. Where
are you there, Dan? Are you there, Steven? Hello? I think, guys, so we have lost Dan for a second. Makim, I'm not sure if any of us explain or give you a better answer for your question. In my opinion, Joao Felix, Noni Madueke, the two difference between these two players. One is more the technical player and doesn't have that extra hard work in terms of defending. You wouldn't get that from Joao Felix. He's more of a luxury player. Noni Madueke, a good player. When he have his day, he will perform very, very well. But the only problem with Noni Madueke is his output now has been a little bit low compared to what he started with in the beginning of the season. His performance have gone down a bit, and he has to pick it up. But I think Enzo Maresca has a lot of options, just like the Bompasta, which is the Chelsea women also. He's got lots of players trying to manage and give game time. But yeah, it will get better. It will get better without a doubt. It will get better with time. Things go on. I think we've gone beyond an hour 30 minutes. We usually stream within an hour 30 minutes. So we get some few minutes. I'll wait for Steven to come, and then we can wrap up from here. We can wrap up. So, guys, if you're joining us here, my name is Nisa, and with Steven G. We're taking you guys through an hour and a half, but we've gone beyond that time. So we thank you guys all for joining us here. We're looking at some other few issues. Steve Cooper, who is the manager for Leicester City, being fired the other day. Steve Cooper. I wish him the best. Reports are saying that he was not really technically the guy to be the Leicester City manager coach. It was supposed to be Graham Potter, but Graham Potter told him he's looking at just want to put things on the hold for now, and they could not wait. So they brought in Steve Cooper, and finally he's been fired. Looking at other news, also, Al Hilal through to the last 16 of the AFC Champions League after a 2-1 win in Abi Al. Ivan Toney with both goals from the bench. Yeah, Matthias I'm sure that's the name, has won all the 5 Group B games, sitting setting a new club record in process. So that's one of the news going on there from Ben Jacob. He's more of a Saudi representative. He reports on Saudi league. Um, Also, let me know what you guys make of these. Some of these. I even made a tweet. I made a piece of some of the tackles on our Premier League players. The Premier League players that I'm talking about is Saka from Manchester United, and also Cole Palmer. One of them, I'm not so sure with Erling Haaland, but then some of these players have been targeted. The player defenders, managers are trying to get them out, but it's about time the Premier League referees and officiating officials come in to the aid of these players and protect them. Without, if Jose Mourinho said, if you like football, you always want to see Eden Hazard on the pitch. If you like football, you want to see Diego Armando Maradona. You want to see Ronaldo R9. You want to see Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch. Wayne Rooney, all these exciting players. You want to see them perform on the pitch. But then, if the referees are not helping these players out, are not protecting the players out, how do we see exciting football? Or how do we see our stars playing to entertain us? Football is all about entertainment. Although there's three things involved in football: win, lose, and draw. But then we want to see entertainment, beautiful football. And we can't see it from Chelsea without the lights of Cole Palmer. And I know lots of Chelsea fans, football fanatics, pay ticket, buy ticket to go on the pitch and watch the likes of Cole Palmer play football. I've seen people travel from across the continent, going from one place to the other to just go and watch Kylian Mbappe play football. Yes, I know a friend who said he flew from that distance to go to Qatar to watch Kylian Mbappe during the World Cup. So yeah, football fans devote their time a lot in football, and we need the referees to come to the aid and protect our stars for the future. Saka, very young. Cole Palmer, also very young. And these players need protection. I cried for you. I tried for you. Big up to Makim. Makim said it's weird because all of our attackers look up to Joao Felix, who arguably he is. Look, Joao Felix is still young, 25 years old, very young. He's been playing football forever, and he's been on the top football scene for a long time. Because at the tender age of 16, Atletico Madrid paid a huge sum of money, over 100 million, to Joao Felix, to the Atletico, to Spain. And we know the difference between Joao Felix and Diego Simeone. Diego Simeone is not a manager that is into beautiful football, the tiki-taka style of football. He's more a defensive-minded manager. So you're definitely not going to get the best out of Felix. No. And Felix is also very stubborn when it comes to him and Diego Simeone. So he has to go on loan to Chelsea. From Chelsea, he went back to Spain, which he went to loan to Barcelona. He played very well, had an outstanding performance in Spain. But then Barcelona cannot afford his wages. So the next thing for them is bring him. Chelsea went in. The price was low, 35 million. You can take a gamble on the 25 years old. They still returned. You can still sell Joao Felix and get money back out of it. But if you look at the situation right now at Chelsea, I feel like there are some players that are ahead of Felix, and I don't understand. If Enzo Maresca believes that his team is made of tactical players, why do you worry so much about defending? Because Felix is not going to give you that extra legs that you want in terms of defending. You have enough players to defend. It's just like having Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard is not going to defend for you. If you have Eden Hazard and you want him to drop deep and come and defend, you're not going to get that. Then who is going to score the goals for you? So leave Eden Hazard up there. Let him do what he want to do. So is leave Cole Palmer. Let him enjoy his football and you score your goal. But if you restrict Cole Palmer, if you restrict these technical, talented players, then you restrict their ability. That's how I see with a player like Joao Felix. Technical players, luxurious players, you have to know how to manage them, how to use them. Right. All right, so guys, it's been a while. It's been an hour 45 minutes of live streaming. Steven has some technical problems, so we're gonna move on from there. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in today. It's been a wonderful stream as usual. My name is Nate Zion with my co-host Steven G and wonderful guests like Danny and McCain who come on the show, who came on the show to support, and also man like Chelsea Section Tyrone also will be live soon. So guys, wherever you are, make sure you click on the three dots. It will take you straight to his channel and subscribe. It won't take nothing away from your life. Support our brother, and you get blessing too. Thank you all. I always say Lil Desperandos, which is hang on to hope. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure